Hey everybody, so this is a video response to Cute Witch about coming out of the broom closet. And I told her I'd do a video response because I couldn't reply and say everything I needed to say in a comment. So I'm just going to give my experience, I guess, about coming out of the broom closet. I started in witchcraft about 16 years ago. I was 12 years old. It was with my friend. And in the beginning, we went to the library a lot and we checked out every book we could find about paganism and witchcraft, and we studied. We learned all of the associations and correspondences, you know. We went out and bought all the incense and the oils, and we celebrated Sabbaths together. And so we took it really serious. At the tender age of 12, I think my friend was 11 or 10 at the time. And then I guess like when I was about 14, I don't remember how it started, but I was in the living room with my parents, and they would just started talking about me and my friends, saying, and they were laughing, talking about, oh, she's really serious about this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you guys know that I'm a witch. And I guess at 14, I didn't realize that I could have approached it differently. So anyways, I stated that me and my friend were witches, and they pretty much just laughed in my face, and they're like, yeah, okay, like they didn't take me seriously. And so from that point on, I kind of kept to myself, and I think that was the start of me going back in and being a recluse and not sharing that, because for me, I didn't grow up with any kind of religious influence, though my father is Catholic and my mother is Lutheran. I was baptized Lutheran, but we didn't go to church or pray or do any of that kind of stuff. So pretty much living in like an atheist type of household, there was nothing. So I guess for me, this was my way of kind of connecting with spirituality. And so I was really into that. And then after that point, I feel like I kind of became darker, I guess, my personality. I started, you know, doing the whole goth thing and just being into like dark magic and the dark arts and very macabre, and like Edgar Allan Poe. I still love him, but you know, I was reading the comics, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and I was just into that culture. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I think I was only doing that to be rebellious. And at 14, 15, 16, that's normal. I'm pretty sure everybody goes through that. They want to be different. So, I mean, that's what I did. And then I think when I was about 18 or 19, the subject came up again with my parents. And just out of nowhere, they're like, oh, remember when Jen used to say that, oh, by the way, Jen's my name. Remember when Jen used to call herself a witch and say she was a witch? And they were just like busting out laughing. And at this point, I was a bit older, I guess a little bit wiser. I didn't say anything, but I took it to heart. And that just made me go even deeper, and to the point where I just kind of discarded the whole practice for a while. Because I felt like nobody was taking me serious, I guess. But I guess that's my own fault for not informing people about it. I kind of just, I lost my self-esteem. And so by the time I was in my early 20s, I went through this phase of like a born-again Christian or whatever. I think from the age of 20 to 24, 25, I kind of tried to be the perfect Christian girl. And then I went through all these horrible, abusive relationships, and I was trying to be a good Christian and, you know, please my boyfriend's mothers, because they were all like, you know, Southern Baptists and stuff. And even I got married to my husband when I was 24, and then his mother moved in right away, and she's like super Christian, like singing the gospel and like speaking in tongues type of Christian. And you know, so I kind of tried to tag along and play along with that. And then she finally moved out, and I was like, you know what, I've had enough of this, you know, this is not me. Why am I want to get back to my roots of witchcraft. So I did slowly, but I kept it to myself. I didn't share it with my husband. I mean, he knew that I had been interested in it, but he didn't know, like, these were actually my beliefs. And it took until we moved away from family to another country for me to finally, kind of embrace who I am. This is who I am, you accept it or you don't. I don't really care. I got my life to live. I got my children to raise. Take it or leave it. So I'm not directly sitting down having conversations with my family saying, hey, I'm a witch, but they can, like you said, on Facebook, I'm pretty open about it. On my personal Facebook page where I have my family and friends, I don't hide it. I don't post about it constantly, talk about it constantly on the page because I feel like that's annoying. Because when I see like people constantly posting like their religious stuff on my Facebook newsfeed, it's kind of annoying. So that's why I have a separate Facebook just for that, where I just add people who are like-minded. So kind of, I guess, out of respect. But yeah, and also now, like before in the States, I had joined a Unitarian Universalist church, and that was great too because I got to see like other pagans and, normal people, they weren't being made fun of. It was normal. And, that was a great experience. And now here, I was able to be a part of a coven and be the maiden for the coven and be surrounded by like-minded people, adults, who are even older than me that have been practicing. And that really helps to have those type of mentors in your life. So I feel like throughout these years, now that I'm 28 years old, I feel more confident in the craft. I don't feel like I have to explain everything. I don't feel like I have to hide anything. It's just who I am. If people ask me about it, I'll tell them about it. It's very natural to me. It's not like something that I have to put in your face or nothing. But like you said, I wear my jewelry. I have my altars and my shrines in my house. If you come to my house, you're going to see it. My husband, he's agnostic, and he thinks anyone who practices religions are sheep, but he respects the fact that this is what I do. So he says, don't try to hide it. If you have your altars out in the open and he brings his soldiers to the house, it's whatever. It's fine, Just be who you want to be. And I think having that support system also helps. When you don't have that support, it's easy to become a recluse and kind of feel ashamed about what you're doing. When people are not taking you serious, then you start questioning yourself. So it's been 16 years now, and I finally feel like I'm actually confident in my faith. More power to those that don't have to go through that many years. And it's perfectly normal too to go in and out and question your beliefs, and you go through the process of having no self-esteem and to earning your confidence and going through trials and errors. And this is where I am now, and who knows where I'll be in the next 16 years. I'm hoping that I can grow further in my craft. I feel like through these years I've been able to study quietly to myself and really have a grasp of what it is that I believe, what it is that I'm doing. And I think, sorry, and I think it's really crazy that people think you're nuts for recycling, because you would think nowadays everybody would be on that bandwagon. And like I said, here in Germany, it's against the law not to recycle. So maybe the United States needs to get on that. But yeah, many blessings to you, and I will see you all later. Bye bye. Blessed be.